Well, how y'all doing today? Well, I'm living, my feet hit the floor, so I can't complain. I got me some water from Rural King, and so I'm drinking there my Rural King brand water. And if y'all don't know what a Rural King is, I'm sorry, because you're missing out. I call it a redneck Walmart. And the reason why I call it a redneck Walmart is because, well, it contains all your farming things you need. Cat food, dog food, goat food, horse food, chicken food, cow food, or cattle food. Horse accessories, goat accessories. Hell, they even make a little breast piece to put on a chicken. You can walk a chicken around if you wanted to. Then they got clothing and tools and utensils and everything else. So yeah, it's and they even got some food stuff there. Not a whole lot, maybe like junk food kind of things. I call it junk food, tater chips, crackers, stuff like that. And then they got your basic, your trash bags and trash cans and so on, so on, so on. But yeah, I call it a redneck Walmart. Now, here soon, I got dip in, as you can tell. Here soon, I will be doing some outdoor activities around the house. Nothing major, just your basic kind of mumbo jumbo kind of stuff that most everybody does eventually at one point in time if you're a homeowner. So, but some things I will make a video of because I know it's going to get, some of the things will be comical and y'all can laugh and point fingers and carry on and everything else. Most of the other things I won't record because it's just your basic everyday life routine of people that have to maintain things and fix things. Now, probably between now and the 30th of this month, I'm going to call on a couple of people I know that have a pickup truck and to see if they can load up a lot of my excess scrap metal I have laying around the area, and I'm going to haul everything off. Now, I do this about once a year, and most of the time I save like all my soup cans and like not just soup can, like with your corn and stuff, your basic grocery store metal tin cans. I save all them, and I put them in big old trash bags, tie them up, and put a tarp over the top of them to keep a lot of the rainwater out of them and everything else. Anything to keep mosquitoes at bay. That's what I do. Now, I have acquired a few other pieces on the side yard, like the old stand-up deep freezer that crapped out on me. Of course, I've taken all the copper off of it. I left everything else, as is. I got 2 or 3 swimming pool frames. 2 from the ones I've had, 1 from somebody else. I'm gonna recycle all them. And then I got a few other things, the scrap metal I'm gonna throw in there on top of it, because I got a little pile of everything back there. It won't equal to much, but I am gonna take in a lot of my aluminum cans, and that'll counterbalance a little bit. I'm not gonna make much on it. I already know I'm not, but I'm gonna use that. Give me a little plant over here to drink. I know it's thirsty. Probably begging for water. That's why I came out here with 2 bottles, because I was going to waste one on the plant, and well, I got me another for backup, because water's the best thing for you. Soda tastes good, don't get me wrong. I love a good cold root beer or a nice good cherry Pepsi or cherry Coke, but the problem with that is, and I know from speaking of experience, because I used to work for Coca-Cola. Never worked for Pepsi, but I used to work for Coca-Cola. Is whenever you get your nice cold bottle, can or bottle, whichever it may be, and you pop the top on it, and you're going, oh man, I can taste it, it's so good. And then you take a sip of it, and that fizz goes down, it's nice and good. But there's a problem with it. It's not the sugar in the drink, it's the salt. On a good hot day, you drink Coca-Cola or any soft drink, and it doesn't matter name brand or not, you drink any soft drink, and you're going to be twice as thirsty by the time you down that bottle as you was when you first opened that cap. Because a soft drink is made to do two things: screw up your sugar system and make you even more thirsty, so therefore it makes you want to drink another one. And that's the problem with soft drinks. And for years and years and years, I never, even after working for Coke and some of the guys in there talked to me about stuff like that, it never really sank in until I've been out here, in these hot ass fields picking blackberries when it's 180 heat index, and I'm sucking down a soft drink, and as soon as I suck it down, within a few minutes later, I'm running back to the house to get another one because I'm thirstier than I was before I even opened the first one. So, well, on the good side of it is Monday is the first day of fall. So hopefully after Monday the temperatures kind of recede back for being summertime, and we can kind of enjoy a little bit of cooler temps, because we've gone almost 30 days without any good rainfall whatsoever, and I know a lot of y'all out there are way worse than we are, but yeah, it's bad. So, and a lot of the things I planned on doing this month and next month, like, you can't see it, but that big old deck I tore off the front of the house a while back, it's still sitting there. I've tried cutting up with a sawzall, and it's just, I need a sawzall the size of a 14-foot chainsaw is what I need. And then on top of it, trying to find people that's willing to help me try to tear it apart and move it's another problem. So what I'm just going to do is, I'm going to put a tarp over the top of it. And I know when I do this, a lot of people are going to see why I'm putting a tarp over the top of a broken down old porch. I'm going to wait until winter time, and whenever we get a good snow, I'm going to pull that tarp off. I'm going to load that puppy down with diesel fuel and kerosene and set that puppy ablaze. I'm going to burn it where it sits. And as long as there's all kinds of snow and everything, if we get a good snow, that's what I'm going to do. Now if we don't get a snow, I probably won't do it. But if we get a good snow this year, like everybody's kind of talking about, that puppy's going up in flames. Because I'm going to set that thing on fire and let it burn, burn, burn. After it gets done burning, I'm going to take my magnet, and I'm going to pick up all the nails all across the ground. And I'll put my little scrap metal bucket I have off to the side, and I'll use that for my next go around for next year. Because around here, if you throw like soup cans and all kinds of metal in the trash, when the garbage man picks up all the trash he can carry and he takes it back to the landfill, they got this one area, got this great big old excavator on it, and your trash goes across this excavator. Well, amongst the part of the trash going up it, they got these shredders that tear the bags open, stuff like that, and if they're not popped already. And they got these great big magnets that go across the top of it. And anything metal, man, that whoosh, rips the top it goes. And they just keep piling it on. And I think they, like every 3 hours, they'll clean off the magnets. And they use that money, all that metal that everybody throws in the trash, they take that and they recycle it, and then they use that, for whatever else they got to do. On top of you paying a monthly garbage bills and everything else, they're making money off your trash. So that's why I don't throw anything metal in my trash anymore. I figure, hell, if you can make money off of it, why give it away? Save it and make money off of it. Now, being in the city, it'd be kind of hard to do because you're close to other people, and unless you got a really good designated space you can put it, that's not going to draw attention, and the neighbor's not going to bitch because you're hoarding scrap metal. It might be beneficial, but me, I'm out in the county. There's nobody in front of me that you can see. There's nobody to the left of me. I got one neighbor over here, and it's a tree line with fence around, a tree line with fencing, and I got a neighbor catty corner over this way. He can't see too much during the summer, spring, summer, and fall. Now, fall, winter time he can, because there's nothing right there. He can see everything, but I still have it piled up enough to where it's not, you know, it's not really an eyesore. And that was one of the other things I was going to work on too. Is taking some of my old sections I have privacy fence, kind of back corner part of the yard, and I was going to put like a wall piece, thing of cattle wire, and another wall piece, and a thing of cattle wire, another wall piece, to make me a two separate kind of bend areas. And I can put, you know, all my metal in this one, all my aluminum in this one, and they'll have like the fencing on the side of it. So, you know, unless you build directly behind me, which that's a private lot where nobody's going to build on it, you won't see none of it. And that's one of the things I plan on doing with the sections of fencing I have on the other side, so that way I can keep it and not just have it piled up in the middle of nowhere. You know, that way it's, you know, it's out of sight, out of mind. It's not an eyesore. Everybody's happy, and I can still make a little bit of pocket change here and there. As far as root digging goes, Montez tore up his truck. I hope to do something tomorrow. And my oldest son got in trouble in school, and he's home for a few days. So I think tomorrow me and him's gonna go out and try and break up some of this hard packed soil. Even though it's out in the kind of low-lying areas, it's not super hard, I don't think. But if it is, you know, we'll just have to dig a little extra more and take a little bit more water with us to drink to keep hydrated. And I'm gonna see about getting some more root. And I ain't going for ginseng, because if I go for ginseng, it's gonna be this coming weekend. And I'm gonna take my ass to the farm and do some looking there. I might take Puckett with me, so that way he can do some prospecting for deer hunting, and we can knock out two things at one time. I tried getting Montez to go with me to the farm on the weekend, but he got other stuff he's doing, and I don't know. If it was me and it was a chance to get on virgin property and to kick a lot of rocks and look for a lot of new stuff, I would jump on that like stink on poop. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm gonna do my darndest to get to the farm this weekend. And if I can't get to the farm, I got two other places on top of my head that's not too far, and I know one be very beneficial, and the other's kind of a coin toss. I know it's there, you just have to spend a lot of time walking and looking. So that'd be the downside, but the bright side is I get exercise and I get to go out and run around, and I can take the kids with me and they can hoop and holler, and everything will be, you know, happy-go-lucky. But if I don't go ginsenging on the farm, I'll just, like I said, I got two other spots I got in mind. We'll go to them, and then on top of it, I'm gonna keep on digging yellow root as long as it's still visible. I'll keep on digging, because I know where the couple of those little patches are. The last time me and Bugger was out there a while back. The only problem it is with this heat, man, I guarantee you all those plants are dried up and they're gone. And if they're not gone, it's gonna be hard to find. Except for I know where the plants are, because, you know, my little noggin, you know, I know where it's at. But yeah, it's hot, you know. Deer season's gonna suck this year for a lot of people because it's so hot. Yeah, they don't want to bed down and sit in one spot. They're gonna be on the move, 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 and it's gonna be bad. Now, I don't deer hunt. I used to, but I don't anymore, because Mainly, I can go to the grocery store and buy me 10 pounds of hamburger for 20 bucks. And of course, I know people are like, well, yeah, but it's, this meat's so much better for you and all this other stuff and blah, 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 blah. Well, that might be the case. But that means I gotta buy a deer stamp. That means I gotta get my shit ready to go out in the woods. And then it means I gotta drive out in the woods and sit there all day long on the possibility and hopefulness that something might walk across in front of me. And then if it didn't take place, I've just sat there all day long, sweating my butt off and everything else. And then I gotta pack up my stuff, get back in the blazer, and drive back home, and then fix it for dinner. When I could just, take me 5 minutes to go up the road, I'll get my log of hamburger, and I'll come right back, and here I am. Now, hunting is great. Don't get me wrong. I'm pro hunt, because I know if people didn't hunt, the herd span would be astronomical. There'd be like deers all over the place, and it keeps the population in check. Which, to me, that's why I don't say anything about hunting. Now, I wish to God there were more squirrels out in the county, because I love fried squirrel, and I love squirrel dumplings, and I love squirrel cooked any way you can cook it. But around here, all the squirrels ran into the city. In the 10 years I've been here, I've seen maybe 2 squirrels the whole time I've been here. And I've been throwing feed out. I've been putting all kinds of stuff out for them, trying to get them, to populate around here. No deal. Every time I put stuff out for squirrels, the deer come in and eat it, and they leave. So, yeah, it's kind of on my end. And of course, if I did get enough squirrels here, eventually I would start, I would start hunting some for squirrel. But the 2 or 3 I have around here, I'm not going to waste my time, because they're doing their thing, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they will populate somewhat to where I could eventually hunt around here. And that's another thing about hunting too. I want to go on this topic while I'm sitting here talking. I know it's going to be a long video, and I'm sorry, but why do people turn their nose up at 22 shorts? I love 22 shorts. One, they're not as loud as a 22 long rifle, and 2, they do just as much damage, if not equal amount, as a 22 long rifle. And you go out in the woods with 22 short, man. Of course, even with 22, you can carry 2 pocketfuls and shoot all day long. Well, within reason. But for hunting wise, you take one big handful of 22 shorts, man, you can shoot anything you want. Anything from a squirrel to a rabbit to possum, raccoon. I mean, it's endless. Now, of course, my thing is, when I was growing up, my grandparents, my mother, my great-grandmother, and both my cousins, all told me, if you shoot it and you kill it, you had better eat it. And because I don't shoot things for fun. If I shoot it, eventually it's going to go in here and come out down there. So, yeah. Of course, I know people that, I get so agitated and bent out of shape. I went out and shot this thing here, and we just skinned it and threw it off to the side. I'm like, really? And it just chaps my ass. I can't deal with it, because I was raised, if you shoot it, you're going to eat it. Now, on one conception, I don't eat things, and that's snakes. And I've had snake before. It is good, but the snakes I shoot, I'm not going to eat, because usually they're like copperheads. Well, mainly they're just copperheads. And to me, a dead copperhead is a great dead copperhead. And if there were rattlesnakes around me, I'd shoot them too. Anything that's not, like a grass snake or a ringneck, anything like that, cow suckers, they can slither and crawl all they want. I do not care, because they eat bugs, they eat mice, and they eat a lot of other poisonous snakes on top of it. So those were free in my, they have a free get out of jail free card, and you know, more power to them. But as far as like the venomous snakes, and my little 22 rifle, my 22 pistol I carry when I go in the woods, I got rat shot in it. So if I see one, it ain't alive very much longer. Because if I can see it, it's dead. Or if I run across one, it's dead. If it makes noise, it's dead. So, but yeah, that's the only thing I kill I don't eat. And some people might say, well, you're calling the kettle black, but you know, no. Because when I was being raised up, my grandmother was a Sunday school teacher for 40-something years, and she was anti-snake everything. It didn't matter if it was a green neck or a little garden snake. If it was a snake, she killed it, because in her terminology, that was Satan. So, and if you don't read the Bible and you don't follow the Bible and everything else, you're just kind of lost on that topic. So I'm not going to get much into it. So, but if you do follow the Bible and everything else, more power to you, and you know what I'm talking about. Now, I've already got my little goat. I had my little buckling. I got pictures of him. I got him posted up online, and I got a few people asking about him. I got one lady, she lives, let's see, 1, 2, 3. She lives 4 counties southeast of me, and she asked me for pictures and everything else. So when I get done taking this video, I'm gonna work my way over there. I'm gonna get a couple more pictures of him and everything else. So hopefully by, say, October, November, she might come up here and buy my little buckling. Now, I hate getting rid of him, but I already have a buck, and I don't want to have competition. Plus, I don't want him getting older and older, and then doing his business with his mama that birthed him, because I don't want 2-headed goats or 4-eyed goats. Even though this is Kentucky, you know, it's that joke of, you know, ding 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 ding. You know, I just don't want, you know, the goat family tree to be like a telephone pole going all the way up and down. So, but yeah, y'all have a great day. You know, I'm gonna call this a quits, and I'll probably see y'all again here shortly soon. And I know there's been a gap in videos and everything else, and I don't want to make a video every day like I had been before, because I deleted a lot of them. Because if you make a video every day and you post it, unless it's something new and exciting, then your channel can be kind of blab and boring and dull, and I don't want to bore people. Even if it's me just talking like this, you know, I don't know if you're bored with it. You know, I'm sorry, but just how it is. That's life, as Frank Sinatra said. But y'all have a great day, and I imagine sometime this weekend you'll see me again. I might be getting a trim on my beard. It's kind of long, as you can see. I can pull my beard out on both sides like that. So I might be getting trimmed along the sides, and I might be getting trimmed to make it more even, because this side's longer than this side, and I might get it more trimmed around the edges. I'm not going to shave it. I might get it trimmed up real good, but we'll see from then. But until then, y'all have a great day, and be thankful your feet hit the floor every morning. See you later.